that we might be doing for the very, very first time. And I would request you to please mute yourself if possible so that ambient sounds don't disturb the session in progress. Thank you so much. Once again, welcoming everybody to the All India Chai Masti session. Thank you to our host in Mumbai, the HO team, our head office team in Mumbai. And we would request people to put down their queries in the chat or wait for the session resource person to finish with her discussion, with her speech before you ask questions. So let's go ahead. I'd now like to introduce our resource person for the day, Mrs. Radhika Anand. Mrs. Radhika Anand is the CEO, Plantology, Greening Our World. She is the Green Ambassador for National Security Guard, Central Industrial Security Force, and Border Security Force. In 2021, she was conferred the Black Lady Trophy as the 1000 Women of Asia, my apologies, award. Radhika Anand launched Mission Phal 1 in 2015. Phal 1, for those who are not familiar with Hindi, Phal is fruit and 1 is forest. So the word Phal 1 has a significance. She launched Mission Phal 1 in 2015, a project under Plantology as a citizens' movement for increasing India's green cover, with the aim to create more oxygen for our future generations and food for all species existing on Mother Earth. She has planted over 6 million fruit trees pan-India ever since, and is often referred to as the one-woman tree army. We are very, very fortunate that one of our Chai Masti members and also a volunteer with NCR chapter, Mrs. Anju Opal, referred Ms. Radhika Anand to us. So without much ado, I would request Ms. Anand to take over and let's have a wonderful discussion on how we can preserve Mother Earth. Over to you, Ms. Anand. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And good evening, everybody, and namaskar. Before I start my session, what I normally do, and if you could just be a part of my little prayer for the Mother Earth, and you can just fold your hands for a 1 second prayer that I'll do for the Mother Earth. Sarve bhavantu sukhinam, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani paschantu, ma kashchit dukha bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much. So here I come again, Radhika Anand, as Archana ji has said, I think a bit too much about me, but yes, I am just doing my bit and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. It's my passion. Since why I chose preservation of Mother Earth, it is because just 22nd of April last month, we were celebrating the World Earth Day. And now on the 5th of June, 2022, we will be celebrating our World Environment Day. So I think this is a very nice period where we can actually celebrate Mother Earth. Our birthdays or our parents' birthdays, our mother's birthday in the same way. It is important that the mother and give back something to mother, because it's what about giving back?
Sorry, Miss Anand, I believe your connectivity is not so good. Could you try using another device, maybe?
No, face is not clear at all.
We are not able to hear you either. And the video is frozen from time to time.
Sound also is getting interrupted.
Yes. would request you to please check your network connectivity. The voice is still breaking, ma'am, unfortunately. We're not able to hear you clearly, ma'am.
You will be. I think in a moment. 1 second.
Sure.
Am I audible now?
A little better, yes.
Yeah, because the lights had gone, ma'am, and nobody help it. You know, we live in a country like India where power cuts happen, and this is a part of it. We have to get used to it. So I'm back here. So yeah. So celebrating Mother Earth is very important. Like I said, we need to give back to our Mother Earth. Because somewhere in our country, especially if I'm talking about the NCR, but I know there are audience here from all over India. I mean, our NCR has been rated the 4th most polluted city in the world for the 4th time. So I think other cities also are not doing so well. Only cities which have a sea front, the pollution is taken away by the air. Otherwise, our country is known to be a polluted country. And it is quite shameful because being such a beautiful country with such beautiful heritage and the esteemed guests that I'm speaking to, you people are all with the experience. And what today I want to ask each one of you is that I want each one of you to give back something to the society. Give back something to your grandchildren. Give back something of your experience. Because why should we take away this experience with us if we can share it and we can be a part of a beautiful community? So like I am blessed with 2 grandchildren, and what I learned from my grandfather, I am now giving it to my grandchildren. So I think it is important from an environment point of view, because in the olden times when you people were young, one thing which was absolutely clear, you could not waste food. Take only that much that you will finish. That was the kind of authority which used to come from the hierarchy. Just take that much in a plate, you are not going to waste. But today, things have changed. If you waste, it is supposed to be, oh, you come from a very well-off family. Doesn't matter, go and bin it. This kind of an attitude change has to change back. We have to go back to our roots. It was very, very easy that the older sister would give away her clothes to the younger sister, and the younger sister would always take it with so much of pride. I remember stealing my sister's clothes to go to college, coming back and just putting it back into the cupboard. She would never get to know. But today, that's not the thing, because consumerism has taken over. Especially during this COVID period, people have really taken consumerism to another level. Something which we all have is this. Of course, I don't have a single app on my phone, but Zomato, whether it is Amazon, whether it is Flipkart, whether it is any online shopping, you have to just click a button and it happens, the magic happens. But then what happens with the magic? Like, let's say that we have ordered a sari. A sari comes, but have you ever noticed with the sari, the amount of packing material which comes? There's plastic, there's cardboard, there's a carton, there's some paper. There is so much, and we never even think about it, and we just throw it. Our landfills are just increasing, are becoming humongous. People who are in the cities, who have mountains, natural mountains, are blessed. But don't worry, people who don't have mountains have landfills as good and as big as the mountains. So I think this pollution or the waste that we create is all because of us. If we are a part of a society, if we are a part of a community, we have to see to it how we can minimize our waste. First of all, just reduce your waste. It's very important. And you people are the experienced people I'm talking to. If you tell in your family that you are not to waste, it's not only food, it's everything. How much we have started wasting. So please reduce the waste. And if you cannot reduce the waste, please recycle it. And if you cannot recycle it, please upcycle it. There are ways in which you can do it. Like my home is a zero waste home. Not a speck of waste leaves my house. And the garbage collector who comes in my colony, I mean, he would ring the bell and ask my staff, what is the matter? You people never create any kachra, aap log khana nahi khate ho kya? And the answer is that Madam sab kuch sambhal leti hain. She manages everything. So first of all, everybody knows the biodegradable waste and the degradable waste, non-degradable waste. So in a garden, if you want something from your garden, you have to also give something to your garden. Same way with nature, same way with Mother Earth. If you want to get something from the Mother Earth, you have to give something back to the Mother Earth. I'll tell you a very small story. And after that, I will show you how we can do a little bits in our own homes, in our offices, in our localities, in our surroundings. So there was a forest fire, a huge forest fire, and there was a small hummingbird. The small hummingbird would go to the nearby river and take a drop of water in her beak, come to this forest fire and drop the water and go back. This kind of exercise continued for days and weeks and months. And the bird was very, very tired. So the rest of the species in the jungle started making fun of the hummingbird and said, "What are you doing? Do you think you're going to make that difference?" So the hummingbird said, "I am doing my bit." So if we all can become that hummingbird, one drop, if we can all manage, I think we can make a difference. And you people are the torch bearers, I would say. I mean, people look up to you. Our Indian culture is still that ki dada, dadi, nana, nani are very much respected in the house. And if you people say it, if you people lead, I think the newer generation will again take a 360-degree turn, and we need to. That is very important. Like I said, that each one of us would say that my mother is the most beautiful, isn't it? We would say my mother is the most compassionate. My mother is most unconditional love she gives. My mother is multitasking, most talented. If we can say so much for our mother, why can't we say a little bit for our Mother Earth? It's very important. Whatever we are getting from the nature, we have to give back to the nature. And like Archana ji was talking about how I could plant 6 lakh fruit trees. this didn't happen overnight, that I one day got up and I said, hey, let me start planting fruit trees. This started with my grandfather. My grandfather used to always keep fruit trees in his house, saplings, whenever I would visit Chandigarh, and he would say, this is for your second birthday, for your third birthday, your fourth birthday. I remember in the garden, all the plants being planted by me or by my siblings. Then my father came along. Being an Air Force officer, he gave a lot of discipline and respect for time. But along with that, my father had a background of botany. So he gave a lot of life lessons on environment. So it happens from your home or from your school. Some impression, this seed of environment has to be put in your grandchildren now. You can't say, oh, I'll do it when they grow up and they'll understand what papaya is. I climbed the stairs, the ladder. I took my 2.5-year-old grandson. I picked him up and he plucked the papaya. My 10-month-old grandson also plucked the papaya. But at least I know that the 2.5 one will remember it. Every time I speak to him on the phone, he says, Dadi, what next? So you have to inculcate this feeling of love for nature right from day one. So at home also, how can you make your homes or your offices or your surroundings zero waste? It's very important. In olden times, or even when, we were young, if a mother tore a sari to make a curtain, she would make a frock with the other piece which was left. Or a blouse she would get made from the tailor. Nowadays, nothing. Throw, bin. And go to the market, or no, market is also not there. This app.
Ms. Anand, we seem to have lost you again. Ms. Anand, could you check your connectivity? Your video is frozen. Now I think you're back. Yes.
Yeah. So when the light goes, ma'am, it happens for a second or two.
Yes.
Yeah. So at home also, you people are also talented. You people have all experience. ये जो सफेद बाल है ना, ये ऐसे नहीं आए. ये experience से आए हैं. And I bow my head to all of you that your experience is valuable. Your experience is to be taken into the society. And today I will just tell you a couple of things which I've learned maybe from my mother-in-law or my mother or my dadi or my nani, and life is going on like that. So when no audio.
Yes. Ms. Anand, we've lost you once again. Ms. Anand, are you able to rejoin us?
Hello?
Yes, you're back.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah. So, sabse pehle, before I start, I just want to...
Something wrong.
It's happening again and again. Let's allow for a few technical challenges. There have been issues in the
Hello?
NCR chapter. Yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, you're back.
Yeah,
Very sorry. It's all to do with the light. I'm very sorry. The electricity just gets cut off and then it comes back. Sorry about it. Okay, so before we start about this zero waste homes or preservation of Mother Earth, the main part to preserve Mother Earth is by growing trees. And if you can grow fruit trees, even better. Because not only you are getting the plus from the trees, you are even taking care of all the species on this planet, whether it is the birds or the animals and even the humans. So the fruits will give you all that plus, and the trees we know are the only thing which will save us and make our environment better. So please grow trees. And one thing which I want to say is that everybody says that when you leave this, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, I believe somebody else's audio is interrupting
never
you.
mind.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. If everybody says that when you leave this planet, you leave empty hand. I don't believe in that. I feel that when you leave this planet, you take with you a full tree, which goes.
Sorry, ma'am, we've lost you once again.
Pardon? Can you hear me?
So yes, now we can. So the video goes, it freezes once in a while.
Then the light is back. Okay, so as I said, that when you leave this planet, people say that you just go empty-handed. No, आप अपने साथ एक पेड़ की लकड़ी अपने साथ लेके जाते हो. If you are any religion, so why to even have that kind of curse that you have to leave behind? We have to plant at least some trees so that we go with the free, we don't have any debt on ourselves when we leave this planet. So now that I will talk to you about the things that I do for a zero waste home. So as I said, when you go to a tailor, you get your clothes stitched, you get any little small pieces of the cloth. Don't just throw it or don't leave it with the tailor. You can get lovely things made. Like being an environmentalist, I don't normally use a leather bag. So try to get these pouches made with very little cloth that is left behind with the tailor. You can do many things, like any of your dresses, you can mix and match, you can make these very beautiful portlies or pouches. You can get a nice little, your glass cover for it. You can put your glasses in this and you don't have to actually carry a heavy thing in your bag. Everybody knows COVID is around and we all need a mask. So please get your cloth mask also made and you can use it on top of your surgical mask. Try not to use tissues and paper napkins because you know from where the tissues and paper napkins come. Try to use your traditional cloth napkins and handkerchiefs. These are because आप लोग use करते थे, and then the tissue culture came. Please, you have to teach the new generation to go back to this cloth culture. Whenever we go to the market, we must carry our own cloth bag, which we used to. हम सबके पास थैला होता था. But now, no, we will go to the market and as much plastic bags we can get, we bring it and then we bin it. So these are small things that you can do. And what other things in the garden you can make a difference. Because as I said, if there are dry leaves in your garden, you must ensure that the dry leaves gives you the leaf compost from your own garden. Why to throw the leaves? This is nothing but gold. It's gold for your garden. So not a speck of leaf or twig leaves my garden, or my kitchen waste goes out. All is reused in the garden. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Another thing, what I do in the garden when you have herbs and vegetables or whatever growing. So let me show what I do is, these are the rose petals, which I dry and I just put it in a Ziploc and put it away. This is my tulsi leaves, which I take it off from my garden, dry them and put it away. My ashwagandha leaves. These are my pansy flowers. Marigold petals. My mint. Anything which comes from the garden, think about it. How can you use it? So what I do is I mix these and I make a beautiful herbal tea. And whenever I visit friends and family, I never, ever buy anything from the market. I always make something myself, which I've learned from my mother, and give it to friends. So this is where the herbal tea is, which I have dried and made it myself. And it has done wonders during the COVID period because it gives you a lot of immunity. So instead of throwing away all these dry petals and twigs, I have used them to make a nice gift to give to friends and family and to use it myself, the herbal tea. Somebody gifted me a nice shaped bottle. So I used what was inside the bottle. And now what do I do with the bottle? Don't bin it. I'll just show you what I did. I painted the bottle. If you can see it, I just painted the bottle and I put a money plant in it. And this money plant, in any way, whether you want it put in your washroom, in your kitchen, any corner of the house, it gives a beautiful look to the corner where you have placed it. We all are very much into using perfumes. Once your perfume bottle is over, please do not throw it. Here, the perfume bottles are being used to put plants in them. And these little tiny miniature planters, they give a very nice look to wherever you want to use them. Idea is not to throw things, not to bin them. And these are my perfume bottles, which I have used. Along with this, you will be surprised, but when we comb our hair, we always get a lot of hair coming out. When we cut our nails, we just throw it in the dustbin. Please do not bin the nails and your hair. So what I do, I can show you. You can see these are all my hair which has come out. And this will go into the garden. Wherever you have a nice plant, just dig it around it and put pieces of some of your hair around the plant, and you see the growth of your plant. Because anything which was once alive is very good for the garden. So give it back to the nature. Don't bin it. Don't increase your landfills. Don't increase the carbon footprint. Be a partner in reducing it. Be that hummingbird. So all your hair, all your cut nails can be put in the garden, and you can see the growth yourself. Initially, what used to happen is whenever people would get a jam bottle or any any, let's say, biscuit bottle, people would reuse it, but not now. Now the new generation just bins them. But if you can reuse your bottles and put some kind of your ration in it or some kind of a syrup in it, why not? Because now what has happened is if you're reusing it, people look down upon you and say, oh, she's used this in the kitchen. Why couldn't she get it from such and such deal where they're giving you 24 free bottles with a sheet of a bed cover or a bed sheet, some things like that. But if you are doing it, doesn't matter. People think I'm a little mad, but believe me, I enjoy it. I really like it when people say it because I'm different and I enjoy being different. Another thing, if you have to give, on ceremonies, you want to give some money to your children or to your family at marriage. First of all, why do you have to get envelopes from the market? Why can't you just get plain envelopes and you can just put some leaves, dry leaves and flowers from your garden, press them, and you can make them look really nice and different and pretty. Again, if you want to send a best wishes card, people will again buy it from the market. Instead of that, any of your old wedding cards are there, just cut them and you can make small, wishes cards like this. You can make it in any shapes and sizes and you can use it. So even children watch you, your grandchildren watch you. Nothing goes waste. Again, from the wedding cards, what you can do is you can make your bookmarks and you can make it little creative by again pressing some leaves and flowers on them. And these are the bookmarks. So whenever I gift somebody something along with that, I even gift a bookmark, which is made by me. So whenever you make something yourself, the creativity or what should I say, the magic comes with it. So as I said, sometimes you get very nice calendars, very beautiful calendars. When the year finishes, you don't know what to do with the calendar. So somebody gifted me a calendar from Kerala. And see what I did with the calendar. I just made it into a photo frame. I cut all the pictures of elephant and I made a nice picture, which looks very good in the house. Another thing, somebody gave us a wedding card, and this is the wedding card, which I made it into a nice big photo frame, which again adorns the walls in my house. One wedding card, which was very special, there is this Srinath ji. How do you throw away a card which is so beautiful? And this is how I framed it. And if you can see the blue part of it, this blue part was a piece left from one of my garments, which I got made from the tailor. And this is where I've used it. And this is how the frame has come up. So little things which you can do. Mother's Day has just gone by. And one of my daughter-in-laws, she gifted me fresh flowers in a beautiful basket. Now, what I am doing to this is, this beautiful basket, I'm converting into a dry flower arrangement. So once it dries, instead of throwing it, I will put it in any corner in the washroom or any other place, and it will give a beautiful look to your garden. Another thing I want to talk to you about is fruits. Whenever you eat fruits, please do not throw the seeds. Collect all the seeds, wash them and dry them. And whenever you have the free time, it's a very good exercise also for the limbs. You know, in soil, you can put a little bit of any manure. It could be a leaf mold, it could be a vermicompost, it could be a cow dung manure, any manure which you have around. Let's say 70% of soil and 30% of manure. and take some water and just make a nice dough like we make atta. And then take one seed and you make a seed ball. Encourage your grandchildren or your family members to make the seed balls with you. Monsoon is about to come. Moment the first or the second shower happens, just roll these seed balls on the soil, not on the cement floor, on the soil, and leave it. Mother Earth will just do its work. Let's preserve our Mother Earth. That's very important. So this is something, the seeds just go waste. Instead of that, you can make seed balls and put it away, and then monsoon comes and you roll it. Except for the mango. The mango seed is not to be made into a seed ball. Just wash the seed, mango seed, keep it away. When the monsoon comes, dig not more than an inch or inch and a half soil. Because if you bury it too below, it will not germinate. Just on the surface you have to put and just sprinkle some mud on it, and your mango seed will germinate into a mango sapling. So these are small things which you can take the children for a lovely activity. I've just shifted home. So there was this carpenter who was working, and every evening he would just throw away pieces of wood. And at night I would go and I'll pick up all those pieces of wood and just store them in some place, you know. And look what I did with those pieces of wood. I just cut them and I've made them into coasters and put some dried petals and leaves from my own garden, and I gift people coasters. Along with the coasters, you can make a nice candle. With the candle, you can put again the leaves and the flowers, whichever comes in the season. And this goes as a very nice gift. So these are small things that you can do at home. And if you are busy, believe me, you will keep very good health. Once I was at a physiotherapist, and an old lady came to the physiotherapist and said that, Dr. Saab, my daughter-in-law is really not good. You know, she doesn't even make a cup of tea for me. Imagine I'm in so much pain. What do I do? So the doctor said, madam, go back and thank your daughter-in-law. And from tomorrow, you also make a cup of tea for your daughter-in-law, because till the time your hands and legs, your limbs are working, you are fine. The moment you sit on the bed and you get that cup of tea, believe me, you will start becoming bedridden. So if we are working all the time with our limbs, with our creative mind, I think we can do amazing stuff. One thing which I wanted to bring to your notice, because now the stage that you people are in is the stage where a lot of charity happens. Twice in a year we have Navratras, or we anyway go to the temples or Gurdwara or whichever religion that you belong to, and we like to give food to the poor people. Why not? But let's be a little sensitive to Mother Nature also. Those 9 days of Navratras, nobody thinks about the Mother Earth, who is the biggest Devi. All the plastic plates, all the plastic spoons, all the plastic cups, they are scattered all over the city. What about Bhumi Ma? Bhumi Ma ko sab bhul jate hain. So why can't we use biodegradable stuff? Why can't we use banana or bamboo or many fibers? You get these plates. And you know what? They can be reused also. So try to use these. I know they could be a little costly, but in the long run, it's not costly, because you have done a great service to your Mother Earth. Now, can I please ask Archana ji if the screen sharing and if you could show the presentation which I had sent you.
Thank you, Ms. Anand. Unfortunately, I've also had a power cut at my end, and
Okay.
I'm currently on the phone, so I'd not be able to display the presentation. So it's just happened.
Can somebody else, if you can pass it on to somebody else who have proper electricity?
Unfortunately, our head office team is also currently preoccupied with another project.
Okay.
So we will have to make do. I'm so very sorry.
No, doesn't matter. What you can do is this presentation which I have made, you can share it with them. And I can just tell you briefly what I've done is, when I moved here, all the crates which came with the packing, those crates were used to make my vertical garden gate. So my gate is made out of crates. Then all the plastic drums which were used in the house for paint, they have been used to make my vegetable patch on the terrace garden. If any dish broke during packing, unpacking, or staff sometimes do break stuff, don't throw them. Just put them again together and make a very nice planter. So I've done that. When you eat fruits, do not immediately throw the peels in the bin or for composting. Please soak them for 3-4 days, and that water diluted by 10 times and spray it in your garden. See how well your garden will do. All the waste which comes from your kitchen or from your garden, please, I have sent photographs of how you can put it away in a very small corner of your house, and you can actually get the best composting from your own stuff. Since it's your own stuff, it's not from the market. You don't know, ma'am and sirs, from where does the manure comes to you people. You are actually bringing disease into your house when you are buying manure from the market. So if you're making your own manure at home, you are actually spreading good health in your house and your neighborhood. So these are small things in which you can preserve the Mother Earth. You can reduce your waste to wealth, trash to treasure. That should be our motto. So here I say thank you to all of you. And if anybody wants to ask me any question, I'm ready for it.
Thank you. The floor is now open to our members, and one by one, they can ask any questions that they might have. Ms. Anand, the last phrase that you just shared with us, I'm quite intrigued. Was this coined by you? Waste to wealth and trash to treasure?
Maybe.
Indeed. Lovely to hear that.
Yeah.
Please go ahead one by one.
Kashi ji has raised his hand.
Okay.
Kashi ji.
Can I? Yes. Now that. Thank you very much for this wonderful session of how many different ways we can do and contribute for the conservation of Mother Earth. Very good. I wish to share that I am a member of an NGO called Nizhal in Chennai. Nizhal in Tamil means shade. And our group of people used to go around and educate the people in the surrounding area. First of all, we have to preserve the trees that are existing. Day by day, we find many trees are falling because of misuse. This misuse we should stop. People use it as a free advertising board. They nail the advertising boards. This we used to take down, and during the weekend we used to go and do that and try to preserve the existing trees, then go for planting more trees, as you said. That is very important. And planting alone does not end. The remaining part of preserving and nurturing the tree is very important. So we used to mobilize the community around that area to take care of the sapling and so that it becomes a tree. And particularly in our cities, the tree cover is vanishing. That is resulting in the global warming that we are seeing. So I thought that I want to share this, the information, how we can preserve the existing trees and then increase the tree cover. And thank you very much for all the tips what you have given. That's very good. I never knew about the hair and the nails can be used. That is some news. That is very good.
So, sir, let me add to what you were saying. I fully agree what you have said. So whichever tree which is doing very well, the mother tree which is doing very well, what we do is we propagate and take out at least 100, 200 saplings from those trees. So this, the month of monsoon, the moisture time, we actually do that. Number one, we always preserve the big trees. And why I work with the armed forces and the paramilitary forces is because, sir, it is not only the photo op that I go for. I actually go for the survival rate. And you won't believe that NSG or CISF, whenever I get off at their campus, the first thing they tell me, ma'am, we are giving you 100% survival rate. I even planted trees at the end of Pakistan-Rajasthan border. And I get photographs from there saying that the BSF is managing and seeing to it that the plants are taken care of. अगर हमारे जवान देश को बचा सकते हैं, तो पौधा तो उनके लिए कुछ भी नहीं है.
Yes, madam. Nowadays, I live in Bengaluru.
Yes.
And the delivery of vegetables and fruits, nowadays, they don't pack it in plastic. And I am glad that they are sending in cloth bags, very thin cloth bags. And I don't throw it away. I use them for my shopping. I take them for buying my things when I go to the shop. That is how we have to propagate.
Yes. So, sir, you are also the hummingbird.
Yes, I am thankful for that. Thank you very much for this. Let others share their view. Thank you.
See, madam, I have done just like you. The bottle, I painted.
Yeah.
And this is the bouquet they gave me. So dry flowers, I made it like this.
Wow, and ma'am, when you will get the presentation from Archana ji, you will see that how I have used the dry plants from the garden and decorated the corners of the house. Yeah. So once that comes, please do send your feedback so that she can share them with me.
Thank you.
I'll certainly do that, Ms. Anand. Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi ji. Yes. That looks like a lovely artwork also.
Yeah, very creative.
Any more questions?
For my grandson, I put the dried flowers and sent the greetings card for him. I didn't buy.
Wow.
I am like you only. And I put all the spices in the bottle. I have one. All spices, the bottle also I made.
Wow.
I never throw the Nescafe bottles. I use them.
How lovely. How lovely.
All the drinks bottles.
Colonel Tyagi, I can see you. Jai Hind, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, madam. Sharda Mani speaking.
Let Colonel Tyagi please speak, ma'am. He's a very, very renowned person from a group who has joined. Please, if you don't mind, Colonel Tyagi, aap please kuch boliye.
Yes, Radhika ji, excellent. Your concept of circular economy means nothing should go waste and everything should be reused and recycled and in an innovative way. You have beautifully explained, and your efforts of planting trees in different cantonments with the view that there the survival rate will be approaching almost 100%.
It is.
Excellent.
Colonel Tyagi, it is 100%.
We love you, we value you, we are proud of you, and we admire you. Thank you very much, Radhika.
Thank you so much, Colonel Tyagi. Jai Hind.
Jai Lakshmi, you wanted to say something?
Yes, yes, Prema, thank you. Hello, Madam Radhika. Really, I have to do a namaskaram to you actually. Kitna, so much you're doing, you know, we never think of all this. And it was really very nice. Even my father comes from Indian Air Force. He was serving the Air Force. And my nephews are in the army. So we keep traveling. So there is no much space wherever. But now in Bangalore, it's not much space. But in our native place, we have space to plant trees, this and that. And here I want to say that instead of Dadi, even I'm a grandmother, instead of me, my granddaughter will be teaching me.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. You are right. Ma'am, you are right. Because yes. When my children were in school, yes. They told me, ma'am, mummy, we will not burst crackers. My two boys till today have not bursted one cracker. They both are married boys, but never have they done it. Never.
Same thing, madam. Even in my case, my granddaughter will be, you know, they have pots and they have a lot of plants and all. She knows how to take care. Anything is there, she'll go and keep it in a side. She's 6 years old, but she'll do so much. And even you should know some paintings and all that she'll be doing, and she'll be teaching me. Instead of me teaching her, she will be teaching me, you know.
Ma'am, life is a cycle. Who do we learn from? Either we learn from the younger generation or we teach the younger generation. So life is a cycle, isn't it?
Yes. And madam, when you said about the hair, you know, falling of hair and makeup, I thought it was for some bun or something you're telling me.
Try doing this. Try doing this. Your garden will thank you.
I have to tell my granddaughter now about it.
Please
thank
do.
you very much. Thank you very much. It was a
excuse me.
Really enjoyed.
Excuse me.
Yeah, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sure.
My name is Annapurni. I am from Chennai chapter.
Anji, ma'am.
Yes. These things are made by my niece. She takes a great pain in making, and as you said, that she makes this also in the glass. Just I want to show.
Wow. Beautiful. How creative, ma'am. Yes. How creative. My standing ovation for her. Thank you so much for sharing this. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. We all have a creative bend of mind. It's not that. It's just that, you know, we have become so consumerism obsessed. Because our neighbor has got it, we will get it. This Amazon, I'm sorry, I have nothing against Amazon, but they have really, really spoiled our culture. You know, everything you get on Amazon or on this online, I really want it to stop so that we can go back to our traditional way of shopping, going to a market, just feeling the fabric, getting it, you know, and especially people here from Bengaluru and Chennai. I mean, the culture is all there. The culture is all there. The creativity is all there. So we need to bring that out from that part to us also.
Absolutely. Very well said, Ms. Anand. Thank you. Would anybody amongst the audience like to comment or ask any other question? We are close to 6 p.m.
Well,
and it's time to wind up the session.
Please allow me a few words.
Yes, Mr. Raman, please go ahead.
I wish to thank the speaker today for a very informative and inspiring talk. So many things are said. Perhaps we should have sat with a diary and made notes, which we failed to do. That is very sad. But I have one question to ask. She was mentioning herbal tea, which she made would you be kind enough to elaborate it a little better? It is just the dried petals of
So
flowers,
what I will do is,
or something else?
Because there is shortage of time, I will send the recipe to Archana ji with the photographs of the herbal tea, and she can circulate it to the entire group.
Okay, my anxiety was only about how you identify something which could be toxic or poisonous.
No,
or
sir. No,
like
sir.
that.
These are not toxics. These are all edible things because that's how the herbs and the medicinal plants have such a creative property, and our country is known for it. And if you know that these are good for you, of course, anything in excess, like I think somebody talked about Giloy long time back. Everybody started having big glasses of Giloy juice. So obviously they would land up in hospitals. But if you are having just a small portion, it's only going to be beneficial. Of course, there's no Giloy in the tea, but I will send the recipe of the tea. Definitely, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So much. There was a request for the recording. Definitely, the recording is always shared in a few days. You can look forward to also watching it on YouTube on Dignity Performing Arts. So those guests of ours who joined for the very first time, if you'd like to review the session for today, you can log in on Monday, and most probably by then we would be able to upload it on our YouTube channel, which is Dignity Performing Arts. With this, I would like to now close this question and answer session and thank Mrs. Radhika Anand for such an engaging and interactive session, and also for giving us such wonderful ideas. I'm sure a lot of our members are more than happy to try out these ideas in order to save Mother Earth. After all, preservation is the way to move forward. Preservation is the way to save our planet. So thank you so much, ma'am. Once again, I would remind everybody, waste to wealth and trash to treasure. This should also be the mantra of our Chai Masti centers across India. So let's try and create as many do-it-yourself projects, ensure that we utilize each and everything at our homes and convert them into beautiful, functional pieces as well as art pieces. Thank you so much, Ms. Anand. It's been wonderful to have you with us.
Let me thank this entire group that I'm talking to. I really enjoyed interacting with all of you, and a special thank to Anju Uppal for introducing me so that I could say yes for this group. So Anju, thank you so much. And Archana ji, a small request, if you could share the recording with me also. Can I request for that?
Most certainly, most certainly. Thank you.
Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, Radhika, for sparing your time.
Thank you, Radhika.
You are very
If we could have done it, we could have given you a standing ovation, ma'am. Thank you. The ideas
you
were
so much.